Hello, and welcome to tonight's contest. It's Sunday, January 31st, little Sunday evening Strat-O-Matic. The game that is being featured is game number 80 of the 1955 Brooklyn Dodgers season. It is noteworthy in that the schedule for the Dodgers at this time of the year was not very kind. They'd started out with quite a few rainouts and postponements early in the year. So as they came into July, they have a doubleheader with Pittsburgh that just finished. Pittsburgh. They came out of a doubleheader with Pittsburgh. They went to Philly on a back-to-back doubleheader. So July 3rd they played 2 games. July 4th they played 2 games. 5th they played a single game against Philly. Then this is now the 6th of July, second game of another doubleheader with Pittsburgh. So it's a lot of games in a little bit of time. The pitching staff is quite taxed. For example, in game 76, which was the first game of the Philadelphia doubleheader, they won that game handily 10-2. Dodgers took the game 10-2. The second game of that doubleheader went extra innings, 12 innings. They lost in the bottom of the 11th when, it was Robin Roberts came in as pinch hitter and drove in the winning run with a base hit with 2 out in the bottom of the 11th. The Dodgers had just gone up in the top of the 11th, and then the Phillies scored 2 in the bottom. So extra innings, game number 2. Another inning consumer for the pitching staff. Then the single game that they played to start or end the Philadelphia series also went extra innings, went 11 innings. Again, they lost. This case, it was a walk-off homer off Johnny Padres by Del Enos. So they've put in a lot of innings in a little bit of time, and now they've got a doubleheader in Pittsburgh. The first game was their worst loss of the year. This is now their 3rd in a row, which is also their longest losing streak in the replay. Game 79, they lost 17-2. And to even tax the bullpen even more, the starting pitcher in this case, Carl Erskine, only went 2 innings. He hurled 2 innings, gave up 6 hits and 9 runs. So he could not get an out in the 3rd. In fact, the first 9 Bucks reached base in the 3rd. They sent 16 batters to the plate to score 11 runs. So it was just one of those where whatever you rolled didn't come up roses for the Dodgers in that case. So that was the first game of this doubleheader. So Hughes and Roebuck, had come in and pitched 3 innings each after the 2 innings start by Erskine. So Padres and Meyer, the other 2 that are in the bullpen, are at their point of weakness. They didn't appear in that game. They have an opportunity to appear in this game, but it's still just, this will be their 3rd game in a row to appear. So they're going to start out with point of weakness, as will now Roebuck and Hughes. So anybody that comes out of the pen for the Dodgers is going to be at their point of weakness already, based on or depending upon how they perform. A couple batters for Roebuck and Meyer. No change for Padres, but 3 guys in a row, and then because it's now his 3rd game in a row. So this game is noteworthy, game 80 of the replay. I should mention the replay Dodgers are at 52-27. The actual Dodgers are 56-24. So 4 games behind the pace that was set by the actual club. It's been a great, fun replay. I've enjoyed this immensely. Good to have I can see where familiarity would breed contempt in certain cases, because the National League at this time is very small. There's 8 teams. So you're playing other teams almost constantly. So you get plenty of starts, plenty of opportunities against pitching staffs. It's not long before you're back in the rotation, you're playing someone again. So it's been interesting to see that dynamic, or how that would have been in 1955. As I said, this is game 80 of the replay, And what's noteworthy about this game, and the reason I've chosen to broadcast it, is that this was Sandy Koufax's first major league start. So it's second game of a doubleheader in Pittsburgh. He's been called up, and he is going to make the start in game 2. Quite a bit riding on young Sandy's shoulders. He's 19 years old at this time. He's got a bullpen that's full of holes behind him. He needs to go deep, ideally get a few innings behind him before there's a need for help out of the bullpen. So pressure's on Sandy. He's opposed by Vern Law. Just a single decision in the replay. Law lost to Padres last time 11-1. So Vern wasn't treated very well by the Dodgers in that game. So let's get to it. I'll read off the starting lineups for the teams. Since we're in Pittsburgh, we'll do the visiting Dodgers first, then the hometown Pittsburgh Pirates. Leading off for the Brooklyn Dodgers and playing third base is Don Hoke. Jackie's not starting. He is coming in pinch hitting roles and relief roles, but right now he's not starting. Pee Wee Reese is at shortstop, batting second. Duke Snyder is patrolling center field. He'd be batting third, big left-hander. Gil Hodges is taking the lead or the cleanup spot. Campanella is out. He's out for most of July. He comes back toward the end of July. I probably should mention that I use Baseball Reference to get to set the lineups, so it's as played as the game starts, and then from there it's up to me to manage it. They manage both sides, of course, so my record is always 500. Always win one, lose one. But in this case, Campy's out, so Hodges is batting cleanup. Batting fifth and playing left field is Sandy Amaris. Batting sixth and playing second base, Don Zimmer, which has been a nice thing about this replay. I didn't know much about Zim's early career. He had a little speed, he had a good glove, and a decent bat. He's been doing all right. In fact, in the replay, he is hitting. This is prior to any additionals that we've added over the last. I've not entered 4 games now. Zim is hitting 267, 3 homers. He's knocked in 9 in 31 games. He's got 60 at-bats, so 9 RBIs. So decent production out of from the bat for him. He is playing second base. And in a first for this replay, Jim Gilliam is playing right field. So Junior Gilliam is in right field. Ferrillo's on the bench getting a little rest for a second game. Ferrillo has been a beast in the replay. He had played 68 games last time I did stats, and he has knocked in 69 runs, so better than an RBI game. So it'll be interesting to see where he turns up. 358 batting average. He's smashed 17 homers thus far, and then most of that's being accomplished out of the 7th and 8th spots of the lineup. So the guys in front of him have been putting on a show. He typically is behind Campanella, Amaros, and Gil Hodges. Batting 8th and catching is Rube Walker, left-hander. And then pitching, of course, young Sandy Koufax, 19-year-old Sandy. Stars in his eyes, I'm sure, that night when he went out to take the ball. For the hometown Pittsburgh Pirates, rookie Roberto Clemente is batting leadoff and playing right field. 20 years old at the time. Dick Cole is the second baseman, batting second. Roman Mejias is the third batter, playing left field. Frank Thomas, big Frank Thomas. Not the big hurt, but big Frank Thomas, later a Tiger, playing in center field, batting cleanup. He's had a good series. Dale Long is the first baseman. He's batting fifth. Gene Freeze is playing third base and batting sixth. Batting seventh, the shortstop Dick Grote. And then catching and batting eighth is Hardy Peterson. And again on the bump for the Bucks, Vern Law, right-hander. So with that mentioned and said, let's listen to our national anthem, and then let's play some ball. Play ball. Vern Law is out throwing his warm-up tosses. Hoke is in the on deck circle, swinging a couple of weighted bats, getting ready to go to the plate. Get a little adjusted here. Everybody get a cold beverage and hang on. This game took place, as I said, July 6th, 1955. It's the second game of a doubleheader. Today's date is January 31st, 2021. We're playing in northern Michigan. It's currently about 20 degrees, a foot and a half of snow on the ground, a little bit of a breeze from the east. Good day to be inside and playing Strat-O-Matic baseball. Law has finished his warm-up tosses. Time to fire up I play a card and dice advanced. This is the type of Strat-O-Matic that I play. I've incorporated this year a couple of the super advanced options, the ballpark home runs. I've always been curious if that'll have an effect on the accuracy. I've had ups and downs for season replays. I think this is now it's at least my 16th or 17th season that I've replayed. Clutch hitting, but not ballpark singles. I haven't gone to the ballpark singles yet, so maybe I'll leave that for the next replay that I do. But let's get underway. The dice roller I use is 7 Pixels. It's available in the App Store. I absolutely love it. It does everything that I want to do. Right-hander Hoke in the batter's box. Vern Law on the mound. Wind up and deal. He hits a ground ball to shortstop. Shortstop Grote picks it up, fires across the diamond and long, and there's one away. 2-hopper up to the shortstop. No trouble for Don. 4-6 is the roll, which is a walk. Pee-wee worked Vern for a walk. He trots down to first base. Law is a 0 on the hold. The catcher, Hardy Peterson, I think he's a even as well. +3. So the C stealer, becomes a 1-14 opportunity. Schneider's the batter. Not necessarily want to open up first base for him. He's gonna stay put. Left-hander Duke Snyder from the stretch. Law delivers, and it's a bounce to second base. Second baseman Cole picks it up, flips it over to Grote for 1, on to first to Long for 2, double play. Taylor made double play, and just like that, the Dodger inning is over. Nothing across in the top of the first. Home team's coming to bat. Do a little scorekeeping here. On to the bottom of the first, no score. Young Sandy Koufax out there kicking the mound right now, doing his warm-up tosses. Sandy's a little wild at this point in his career. Left-hander, left hand of God, or left arm of God on the mound. Yet to earn that nickname, of course. In the season, 1955, thus far in the replay, he's pitched a couple innings. ERA is 4.50. In the 55 season, his record was 2-2 with an ERA of 3.02. He made 5 starts, pitched 42 innings, allowed just 33 hits, but 28 walks. Struck out 30 and gave up just a couple of long balls. So he keeps the ball in the park, but it looks like there may be quite a bit of traffic on the bases given where his walks are. 6 through 9 in the 4 column against lefties and righties. 6-6 walk against righties. So plenty of opportunities for folks to get a free pass. Roberto Clemente's rolling his neck, flexing the back behind his head, and now he stands in the batter's box, and Koufax is ready to go on the mound. Left-hander kicks and deals. Roberto hits a ground ball to first base. Hodges is a beast down there. He's a 1. 3 is a split. So first baseman is a 1. So picture in your mind's eye, that one is smoked. It's heading down the line. He backhands it, so makes a stab stop. Trots to the bag in front of Roberto, 1 down. Hot shot that Hodges handled. Dick Cole, the batter, he's a right-hander. 3-column hitter. 4-5 is the result, which is a swinging strike 3 on Sandy's card. So he gets his first major league start strikeout. against Dick Cole. Roman Mejias is up. He is playing left field today. Right-hander. He's a one-column, upper one-column hitter. 3-7 is the result, which is a pop-up on the right side of the infield. Zim and Hodges converge. Zim takes over, makes the catch, and the Pirates are out in the first. No runs, no hits. There were no errors, and there was no one left. On to the second we go. No score. Vern Law will face Hodges, Amaros, and Zimmer. Big Gil Hodges, right-hander in the batter's box. Full windup for Vern Law. He hits a ground ball to third base. He, meaning Hodges, down to third. Third baseman is Freeze. He's got it across the diamond along, and he's got Hodges by a step and a half. One down. Sandy Amaros, left-handed batter, playing left field. 1-2, which is a hit by pitch. Tried to get him off the plate a little bit and got a little too close. Sandy trots down to first base. He is a B stealer, which makes him a 1/16 chance. Zim is a D in the hit and run column. So we're going to go with a straight steal. 1-16, he's safe. 17 through 20, he's out. 8 is the result, so he stole that one quite easily. Zim is the batter. Man in the scoring position with one out. Amaros getting the lead at second base. Law from the stretch. Strike 3, swinging. Zim goes down on strikes. Got the fastball under his hands, and he couldn't get a piece of it to foul it off. So 2 down, and Junior Gilliam is the batter, playing right field today. Frillo's on the bench. Gilliam is hitting. Switch hitter batting left-handed against Law. Law again from the stretch. 4-9 is the result, which is a home run 1 through 2. Fly ball right the rest of the way. The split is a 12. So he hit it fairly deep to right field. Clemente went back, got it on the track, and the inning is over. They left one. And no score after an inning and a half. To the bottom of the second we go. Hometown Pirates come to bat. 1-2-3 inning for them in the first. So Thomas, Long, and Freeze are due up against Koufax. Sandy's finishes tosses. The ball's down to second base. Around the horn it goes. Frank Thomas digs in. 3-6 home run for Thomas. I like that 3-6 home run. Reminds me of Bob Costas' story. If you don't know it, look it up. It's a good one about Strat-O-Matic. Bounce to short. 3 hopper out there to Pee-wee. He's got it across to Hodges, 1 down. Dale Long, the batter, left-handed, first baseman, nobody on, 1 out. 4-4 is the result, which is a catch X. The split is a 16. And if you're in a 16 column, you're going to pop out. So he hits it up in the air behind the plate. Walker loses the mask, makes the catch back by the screen, and they're 2 away. 2 up and 2 down. Gene Freeze is the batter. Freeze is a 1-column hitter. Got a little pop in that bat. Sandy, full windup, kicks and deals. 3-7 is the result, which is swinging strike 3. So 2 second strikeout for Koufax. Another 1-2-3 inning for him. 2 innings are in the books. There's no score. On to the top of the third we go. Rube Walker, Koufax, and then top of the order, Hoke are due. Law against the left-hander Walker, full windup. Vern pitches. And that is a single 1 through 11. It's a 14. So picture in your mind's eye, that's a line shot that the second baseman Cole had to shuffle to his right to get. A little bit of a stab action on its way to right field. Walker hit it on the screws, but right into the glove of Cole. 1 down. Sandy, the batter, he's a 1 WR. Bad as they get. Let's go 210. 210. Let's get a walk. 3-7, which is a ground ball second base. So he hit it on the ground to second. Cole's up with it, across the diamond, or flips it over to long. There's 2 down. Don Hoke, the batter. Right-hander versus right-hander. He bounced out the short the first time up. Top of the third, no score. 5-6 is the result, which is a bounce down to first. So hits it down the long. Long wins the battle or the race to the bag. Hoke is out. A 1-2-3 inning for Law in the third. We move to the bottom of the third, no score. So second game of the doubleheader. First game of the doubleheader had gone to the Bucks. As I said, it was the worst run differential loss that the Dodgers have had in the replay. 17-2. They had 17 hits, 8 walks. Make that 9 walks. They hit a single home run in that game. Everything else was doubles and singles and timely hitting. And so the home run was by Thomas. Dick Cole had a bases clearing triple in the 11-run inning as well. So the Dodgers are licking their wounds, hoping for a little retribution here in the second game. On to the bottom of the third we go. Shortstop Grote, catcher Peterson, and then the pitcher Vern Law are there. No score, bottom of the third. Sandy Koufax in his first major league start. 4-5 as a result, which is a strikeout swinging. His third strikeout of the game. Koufax has got it going on. Hardy Peterson, the batter. He's a right-handed swinging catcher against the left-hander, the southpaw Koufax. 4-9 is the result, which we discussed earlier. That is a ball 4. So 4 pitches, a walk to Peterson. Vern Law is the batter. Vern's an 8 NR, so as good as they get as far as power. The Hardy Peterson is a 1-10 runner East stealer, so no putting on a play here. Big right-handed swinging pitcher. Koufax from the stretch. 2-5 is the result, which is a single to, in this case, it's adjudged to be in left field. I'll explain how I do that. I didn't necessarily like that most of the hits in Strat-O-Matic go to center field. So the die determines the field. So if it's a right-handed swinging batter, 1 and 2 are into the left field, 3 is into right field, 4 is left center, fielded by the center fielder, 5 is dead center, center fielder again, 6 is right center, center fielder fielding again. So half of the hits that go out there are going to be to center field, but it does shake it up a little bit. So in this case, that's a base hit to left. Ambrose fields it. Peterson is not quick on the bases. He's going to hold at second base. He makes the turn, returns. 2 on, 1 out. Roberto Clemente, the batter. He bounced out the first. 2 on, 1 out. From the stretch, Sandy kicks, deals. Pop up on the left side. Pee Wee out in short left field, makes the catch. 2 down. Dick Cole, the batter. 2 out, 2 men on. Bottom of the third. 6-10, which is a bounce to third base. He is a 2. The split is a 15, so he fields it cleanly. Goes the short route to second base. Zim makes the put out there on the force out, and the side is retired. They left 2. They got their first hit, but no score after 3 complete innings. On to the top of the fourth we go. Sorry for the noise in the background. My wife is watching a movie. Law comes back out of the dugout, having had a smoke and a swig of beer. Cheers. Pee Wee digs in. We've got Reese, Schneider, and Hodges are due. Vern Law, the pitcher. Right-hander versus right-hander in this case. 5 column, 5-7 as a result. Bounce to second base X. Second baseman Cole's a 4. The split is a 9, so that goes to his E rating. Not sure what his E rating is. We'll roll the dice and then we'll figure that out. Ooh, that's not a good result. 4 with an E rating of 28. That is for certain an error. Yep. So, second baseman Cole boots that ground ball, trying to throw it before he had it. One away, or nobody out. Lead runner is on with an error. I'm going to get this over so I can read it. Pee-wee's a C. That would take him to 1 to 14. We've got Schneider coming up. Schneider bounced into a double play last time. We're still going to not put a run play on. We're going to let Duke swing away. 6-4 is the result. Bounce to third. Third baseman Freeze is a 4 and a 29. 14 is the result, which puts it into the E rating. 29-8. Another error. So Freeze kicks that ground ball that Schneider hit the opposite way. Pee-wee's safe at second. Schneider's safe at first, so 2 runners on, nobody out. All by, or both by virtue of errors. Gil Hodges is the batter. It's the 4th. We're not going to bunt yet. We got 2 men on, nobody out. Runner in scoring position. 5-9, which is a bounce to shortstop. Shortstop in this case is Grote. He is a 2. 4-2 at shortstop is a C bounce out. So when it's a C bounce out, I let the die or the split determine what type of bounce out it is. 1 through 10 is a tap. 11 through 20 is a chop. So this is a tap out to shortstop. Check swing, if you will. That works as a bunt. Everyone moves up 1. Hodges is out at first on a good play by the shortstop Grote. 1 down, runners on second and third. Sandy Amorous is up. The catcher Hardy comes out to talk about prospect of walking him. Burns sends him back and says, "Oh no, we're going to go right after this guy." So he was hit by a pitch first time up for Sandy. Infield has corners in. Pee-wee will run on contact. So bounce to first, third, or pitcher, B, runners out at the plate. Any other types of bounce outs, the runner from third scores, with the exception of a bounce out to first and, well, we'll include the pitcher as well. In that case, it's a hold because it's not a force to go home. And Sandy Amorous is the batter. 1 out, 2 men on, second and third. 1-6 is a pop-up on the infield. Over on the right side, deal long, now drifting into foul territory, makes that catch. There are 2 away, and Don Zimmer is the batter. So 2 out, 2 on, runners on first and second and third. Dodged a bullet there with Amorous at the plate. 5-7, another bounce to second base. 18 is a good split for if you're a buck. Sure enough, Cole over the long, and that inning is over. 2 men were left on, both by virtue of errors. Nobody scored. All putouts at first base. We move to the bottom of the 4th. We've got no score. Koufax has turned in 3 shutout innings. He's allowed a single hit thus far, struck out 3. Mejias is the batter. He popped the second last time up. 1-7, which is a hot shot to shortstop. Picture in your mind's eye, it's a 1-hopper that Pee-wee backhands, rights himself, fires across the diamond, and there's 1 out. Frank Thomas the batter. Big Frank Thomas bounced to short last time. Let's see how Sandy does this time against him. He throws ball 4 in the dirt. Down to first, Thomas goes. 1-12 runner, E Steeler. Dale Long is the batter. Left-hander versus left-hander. Popped the catcher last time. 1 out, 1 man on. 5-3 is a ground ball base hit into center field, right through the wickets and on into center field with Long on a ground ball. Center fielder Hodges or Snyder's up with that ball. Thomas, respecting his arm, returns to second base. So 2 men on, runners on first and second. There's 1 out. Gene Freeze is the batter. Double play depth on the infield. Looking for a ground ball. Koufax from the stretch. Delivers. Long fly to center field. Snyder's backing up. He makes the catch. There are 2 down. Hit it deep, but not deep enough. Everybody holds on the bases. 2 down. Dick Grote is the batter. He's got a decent card against lefties. 1 column and mid 2 are all good for him. As is 3-7, because that's a single 1 through 18. The split is a 17. So that's a line shot past Hoke. It hit his glove, trickled behind him. By the time he retrieves it, everyone's safe. The bases are now loaded. 2 are down, and Hardy Peterson, the catcher, is the batter. 2 column hitter. He walked the last time up. Walker's out talking to his young left-hander, giving him a little bit of a pep talk. Back behind the plate he goes. Sandy's going to go from full windup. 2 out, bases loaded. 3-9, which is a ground ball to third. So he hits it down to Hope. This time he gets it, gloves it, fires it across to second base. Zim steps on the bag and the inning is over. No runs on 2 hits. They left the sacks full. 4 complete in the books. There's no score. Nice tight ball game. Hopefully we don't go extras. I don't know that the pitching staff could handle it. So Koufax has given them a good outing. 4 innings of shutout ball, as has Vern Law for the hometown Pirates. To the top of the 5th we go. Gilliam, Walker, and Koufax are due up. 7, 8, and 9 hitters. Gilliam batting left-handed against the right-hander. Strike 3 called. I adjudge that a point of weakness strikeout, the ones with the dots, are a called strikeout. I also play for a little more realism from Strat-O-Matic, not without going into the super advanced rules. If it is a strikeout that occurs, not a called strike, but a swinging strike that occurs on a white die total of 2, 3, 11, 12, I judge that the catcher drops the ball. So if the next roll, the split roll, is a 1, he reaches first base on a passed ball. If it's an odd number, the catcher throws down to first base to retire him. If it's an even number, he simply picks up the ball and tags him. So it gives a little bit of realism. I don't know about, I meant to take a look and see just how often a runner takes first base on a swinging strike. It's not very often, and with a 1 in 20 chance, even greater chances, because now it's got to be a 2, 3, 11, 12 for the, you get the idea. Doesn't happen very often, but it does add a little realism. Rube Walker, left-handed batter. Vern Law. Walker's done a decent job with the bat, taking Sandy's place. 2-2 is the result, which is a walk. So Rube Walker lives up to his name and draws a walk. Koufax is the batter. He's a 1WR, D bunter. So he's not going to lay one down here. Probably about the best we can hope for is a walk or a strikeout so he doesn't get into a double play. But he hits it hard on the ground to second base. He blitzed for that one, but Cole steps in front of it, flips to Grote, over to Long, and a double play ensues. And that will end the top of the 5th. Second double play for the Bucks. Outs at the catcher, first base, and at shortstop. Assist at second and short. On to the bottom of the 5th we go. No score. Like the pace of the game. Especially after that 17-2 that just finished. We've all been there, where the team that you're replaying is the one that's getting their butts kicked. That game can take a long time to get over, it seems. Vern Law, the batter, he's a right-hander, an 8 swinger. Second column is golden for him. 310, not bad either, which, as I had explained before, he's a right-handed swinger. 3 is the split, so that's a line shot base hit into right field in front of Gilliam. Junior's up with it. Law turns, but doesn't turn far. Back to first he goes. Leadoff man is on in the form of the pitcher. Roberto Clemente, the batter. Bottom of the 5th. Man on, nobody out. From the stretch, Koufax delivers. Strike 3 swinging. So he gets young Roberto on the curveball. Couldn't come up with it. 1 down. Dick Cole, the batter. 3 column hitter. 6-8 is the result, which is a fly ball to right field, fairly deep. Back goes Gilliam. He's got room. He makes the catch. 2 down. Roman Mejias is the batter. Koufax. Man on from the stretch. 6-8, which is another fly ball to right. Back goes Gilliam. In the glove the ball goes. And the inning is over. They left a man. They did not score a run. Outs recorded at the catcher. Couple fly balls to right. Off to the top of the 6th. No score. Top of the order for the Dodgers. Hoke, Reese, and then Schneider. They said the Dodgers are riding a 3-game losing streak. In the replay, that's been the most games that they've lost in a row. And they're just coming off their worst loss of the season. So team needs a little bit of a pick-me-up. Let's see if we can get it done here. The 3rd time through the lineup for the Dodgers now against Law. Law hasn't allowed a hit. 5-7 is the result. Bounce to second base. He's a 4. Split is 11, so that puts it on his E rating. I believe we found out he was a 28, was he not? He is. 8 is the split. He got a bounce out. Way to go. Cole's got it. Now Long's got it. There's 1 down. Reese is the batter. He's over 2. Walked. Was safe on an error. He's been on base both times. 1-3, which is a bounce to first base C, which picture in your mind's eye, that's a little wide of first. Gloved by Long. He flips it to Law, covering first. 2 down. Nobody on. Duke Schneider, the batter. Big left-hander, 1 column hitter. 4-6, which is a walk. So Schneider works Law for a walk. Gil Hodges, the batter. Man on first with the 2 down. From the stretch, Law delivers. Bounce to 3rd. Freeze has got it. Now Cole's got it. Fielder's choice at second base. And that inning is over. They left 1. Still no hits. We move to the bottom of the 6th. No score. Sandy has allowed 4 hits. He has not been wild tonight, just a couple of walks. Bottom of the 6th we go. He's rated as 7 starter, so a 7th inning starter. I play it that 7th inning, yes, point of weakness inning. After that, 3 hits in an inning or 4 in 2 innings. Count whatever combination puts him on point of weakness. Also, he can go an extra 2 innings, provided the count or the base or the pitch count isn't too great. So I judged that through 3 times through the lineup. It's just under 4 pitches per at bat in Major League Baseball. So if he's faced 27 batters, that's 108 pitches. So he's cleared 100 pitches by the time he gets 3rd time completely through the lineup. I also take a look at how many swinging strikes there are, how many walks have been. So in this case, the pitch count for Sandy is relatively elevated. He's got a pair of walks. He has had 3 swinging strikes. So it adds about 10 pitches to that pad. So I just kind of, it's a rule of thumb that I use as far as the number of pitches. You know, long before there is this focus on pitch count, but it also, I work it as the type of fatigue that he can endure. So if he's walking a bunch of guys, he's striking out a bunch of guys, and he gets to his point of weakness inning, he's only going to get one more inning before it automatically kicks in for him. Frank Thomas is the batter, big right-hander. Koufax kicks and deals. Thomas is 0 for 1, bounce out to short and a walk. 3-9, which is a ballpark fly ball left field. We are in Pittsburgh, and if you're a right-handed swinger, wow, 1, or it's a fly ball 2 through 20. So cavernous Forbes Field, fly ball to left. Ambrose runs that one down. Dale Long, the batter. Lefty versus lefty. Long had a single and 2 trips. He strikes out swinging this time. 3 pitches by young Sandy gets him down that time. He went with the fastball. Long couldn't come up with it. So 2 down, nobody on. Gene Freeze the batter. Gene's 0 for 2 with a strikeout, swinging strike. Hit it deep to center last time up. 4-6. That's a 4-ball walk. Freeze trots down to first base. C Steeler, we got a 1 +1 +2, makes him 1 to 13 chance. Got Grote coming up. He's going to go 2 out. He has stolen second base handily. Throw was late. Score man in scoring position. Grote has singled in 2 trips, struck out the other time. 1-11, which is a ground ball base hit into center field. So action's happening now. Freeze rounding third. He becomes a 1 to 14 runner, -3, so he's a 1 to 11. The 8th batter is coming up. He's going to try to score on Schneider's arm. 1 through 11 he scores. 13 is the split. So picture in your mind's eye, there was no cutoff man here. He had to throw that bomb from center field, ground out to center field, and throws a strike to Walker at the plate to get Freeze to end the inning. Bang, bang play, but just he's out all the same. They didn't get any runs on a hit, on a walk. Man was out at the plate. Strong throw by Schneider. He gets an assist on the play. 6 complete are in, no score. Sandy. 6 complete. Law has not yet allowed a hit. 4 runners off the pace, so it's 1, 2 walks, a hit batsman, and 2 errors, 1 double play. So Ambrose, Zimmer, and Gilliam against the right-hander. Full wind-up for Law. Ambrose, left-handed hitter, 6'8". First hit of the game, ground ball base hit into center field. There goes the no-no. Ambrose is on first. B. Steeler becomes 1 to 16 with the Hardy Peterson, the throwing arm of +3. 1 to 16, he's safe. 17 through 20, he is out. 16, he just gets in under the tag. Close call at second base, but he is in there. Stolen base for Ambrose. Leadoff man is now in scoring position. Vernlaw working from the stretch. Zimmer at the plate. Fouls a couple back. 1-6 is a swinging strike. So second time in the game that Zim's gone down with a man in scoring position. Swinging strike. Gilliam the batter. Replay Gilliam had a rough go of it. He is the underperformer of the replay thus far. He's hitting 220s, 20-ish in there, not scoring many runs, not getting on base. So the team that could be why they're struggling with getting even with what the actual season did. 232 batting average. He has scored 47 runs in 73 games. Let's see what happens here. Left-hander against Vern Law, going from the stretch. Checks the runner at second base. In this case, that is Ambrose. He's a 1-16 runner. 6'8". We've seen this movie too. Bounced to center field. Base hit right over the bag. Ambrose is rounding second. He is going to head for the plate. As I said, he is a 1-16 runner. That split is a 9. I don't believe he's going to be out. Center fielder throwing is a +1 for Thomas. RBI single for Gilliam. And we have our first score of the game here in the top of the 7th. 1-0 Dodgers. Gilliam grounded a base hit into center field to score Ambrose from second for the Dodgers' first run. Gilliam is also a base stealer. He's got some wheels now with the help of the catcher. 1 is the split. He has stolen second base easily. But let's see if Hardy tosses it into center field. 1 through 18 is his T rating. So this is probably not going to be good for the Bucks. Now, on into center field it goes. An error on the throw. And Gilliam will end up at third. Runner on third with 1 out. Rube Walker is the batter. Manager comes out to talk to Law. A little bit of a letdown after losing the no-hitter, perhaps. He's given up now 2 hits in this inning. Only 2 hits of the game. But he's given up a run, and he has a runner on third base with 1 out. They elect to go the infield in. And with Gilliam, the runner, he is off on contact. So ground ball B, he's out at the plate. Ground ball A, he holds. Ground ball C, he holds. Back to the pitcher, anything. With a B, he's out at the plate. Walker, left-handed batter. Vern Law, the pitcher. From the windup with a runner on third. Fly ball to right field, short. That's the young Roberto Clemente out there. -4. He's got a cannon. Gilliam, 1-17 runner. Becomes 1-13. I love these challenges. He's going to try to score. 1-13, he's safe. 14 through 20, he's out. 13. He makes it just under the tag by Peterson. Sack fly, scores Gilliam. RBI for Walker. There are now 2 out, nobody on. 2 runs in. Still, case still remains for the official scorer if that run is going to be earned or not. So we're going to not black him out yet. Koufax is the pitcher. If we had a bullpen, if they weren't all taxed out there, I'd be pinch hitting for him right now. But nope, he's staying in. He's our man. Vern Law is due up second in this next inning. This might be his last inning here. Right back to the pitcher for young Sandy Koufax. Law walks it most of the way over to first, underhand lob. Long has it, side retires. But they get 2 runs, the Dodgers, 2 runs on 2 hits. There was that error. There was nobody left on base. We're at 6.5 innings in. The Dodgers lead 2-0. So we had an out at catcher, right field, first base. Assist by the pitcher. Did we log the error? We did not log the error. That second run is adjudged as unearned because he would not have scored had there not been an error. We are at the 7th inning stretch. And I like to, on the 7th inning stretch, play a little Harry Carey. Might get a, yeah, we got an ad for sure. Yeah, we always want to say no to the ads there. You do.
So let me hear you. Good and loud. All right, Gary. On 1, on 2, on 3.
Take me out. out to the ball game. Take me out to the crown. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back, 'cause it's root for the Cubbies. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Good job, Harry. Rest in peace, young man. Bottom of the 7th inning stretch is over. Bottom of the 7th we go. Koufax still on the mound for the Dodgers. Hardy Peterson, the catcher's leading off. Second game of a doubleheader, so Hardy is in there for the duration. Unless we go extra, we might bring somebody in to spell him. So Peterson, right-handed batter. 2-column hitter. 6-6, which is a walk. Sandy pitched that one into the ground, trying to put a little extra on it. Hardy Peterson trots down to first base. Leadoff man is on. We're going to the bullpen. Burnlaw is being pinch hit for by, got a lot of left-handed bats on that bench, but not a right-hander. Let's see, we got Eddie O'Brien. Toby Atwell, no, left-hander. Johnny O'Brien. Yeah, Johnny's our man. So Johnny O'Brien will come in as a pinch hitter for Vern Law. Bullpen is up. We've got Friend and Donoso are going. Friend started against the Dodgers and won back in Brooklyn. Won quite handily, actually. Threw a great game. Johnny O'Brien is coming in to pinch hit. The book on Law is now done. He was 2 for 2 at the plate. Did not figure in any of the scoring. He had a put out and an assist from the mound. And we'll do his pitching stats when we get to the next page. O'Brien is on. There's nobody out. Lead runner is on. O'Brien is a C-bunter. He's not a great runner for Peterson. We do have Shepard in the bullpen as well, so we are going to pinch hit or pinch run for Peterson. He is going to come out of the game. So who is least likely to be? Shepard will come on to catch. We'll get him taken care of, and we're going to go with Tom Saffell. Saffell. Not sure how that's pronounced. Saffel or Saffell. He is coming on to pinch run for Peterson. Pinch runner. The replacement catcher will be Shepard. He was the starting catcher for the Bucks at the start of the year. Light hitting, decent fielding. So the buck closes on Peterson. He was 0 for 1 with a pair of walks. As the catcher, he had 3 putouts and that throwing error. And we'll get that pinch runner or pinch hitter back in here. O'Brien goes to the plate. He's a right-hander against the left-hander, and that Dodger bullpen is up. Looks like it's Hughes and Roebuck throwing. Both of them went 3 innings in that first game. O'Brien, 5-2, fly ball left field, deep. Back goes Amorous. He makes the catch at the track. 1 down. Pinch runner Saffel returns to first. There's 1 out. Man on first. Roberto Clemente, the batter. Roberto was 0 for 3 in this game. He has struck out once. Koufax working from the stretch. Bounce to short. 11 puts it in the E rating. Pee Wee is a 28. That 2 does not bode well 2-3 is a nothing but a ground ball kicked by the shortstop. We were hoping for a double play. Instead, we got the error. 2 men on, 1 man out. Dick Cole is the batter. Pitching coach is out talking to Sandy while I get a drink. Because the bullpens are kind of ragtag. They typically kick them out, but they're leaving them in. Got a 2-run lead. 2 men on, 1 man out. Still looking for that ground ball double play. Cole, the batter, he's a 3-column hitter. So 3 and 4 are good for the Bucks. Anything else is good for the Dodgers. 6, 10. Bounce to third. 4 with a 2 at third base. So picture in your mind's eye, this is a tap down to the third base. Down to third base. So Hoke comes in, fields it with the bare hand, fires it across to Hodges. So a little tapper down to third base. The runners advance, so we have runners now at second and third. Mejias is the batter. I'm going to check to see if we've got somebody that can come in and pinch hit for him. He is 0 for 3. Eddie O'Brien could play center field. They'd put Thomas in left. Lynch is a lefty. We're going to bring in Eddie. Eddie's going to come on. Mejias is out of the game. Lifted for pinch hitter Eddie O'Brien. He's going to play center field. He's an 8.33 E rating. 0 for the arm. 0 for 3 for Mejias. Did he catch anything out in left field? He did not. So Thomas will move over to left field. 7-4-7 plus 1. He made no catches out in center field. Runners on second and third. 2 are down. O'Brien is the batter. Hoke leads off the next inning, so way down the list is Koufax as far as batting. And manager, that's me, gives him the hook. We're going to pat him on his butt and send him to the bench. So Jim Hughes will come on. As I said, after 3 batters, his point of weakness can start. This is his, he pitched 3 innings in this first game. He had a day's rest, so that was the maximum for the innings that he could go. So Hughes comes on. Doesn't start as point of weakness, but 3 batters in, point of weakness can occur. Sandy went 6 2/3. Gave up 5 hits, walked 1, 2, 3, 4. He struck out 6, 2, 4, 5. Struck out 5. Didn't hit anybody. Did not throw a wild pitch. No double plays were turned behind him. He kept the ball in the yard. He faced 29 batters to get those 18, 19, 20 outs. 9 is the delta. 5 and 4 is 9. We had no errors, so the book is good. We have 2 out, 2 men on. Runners in scoring position, second and third. Eddie O'Brien, the batter. Hughes, the right-hander, comes on. 2 out, 2 on. Bottom of the 7th. 5-6, called strike 3. Exciting at bat. Pinch hitter O'Brien is caught looking, and just like that, the Bucks' 7th is done. 2 men left on, still no score for the Pirates. 2 runs in for the Dodgers. We move to the 8th inning with a 2-0 ball game. Koufax is now watching from the bullpen or from the bench. Bob Friend is going to come on for the Pirates. right-hander, decent right-hander. We'll give you some stats here. In that year, he was a spot starter. He made 20 starts with a record of 14-9, 2.83 ERA. He had 2 saves over the year. Pitched 200 innings, 178 hits, 52 walks, decent. 98 strikeouts, so he can get the out when he needs it with the swinging strike. And he gave up 18 home runs, so you can go along against him. We're at the top of the order. Don Houck is the batter. Houck is 0 for 3. 6-8, pop to third base. That ball is foul, coming back fair. Third baseman Freeze over by the coach's box, makes the catch. There's 1 out. B. Reese the batter. Full windup for Friend. Reese is 0 for 2 with a walk. He was safe on an error as well. 4-8, which is a called strike 3. Friend has the ball working. A little change up there that Pee Wee could not pull the trigger on. 2 up, 2 down. Schneider is the batter. He is 0 for 2 with a walk, double play. 6-10, which is a bounce to short. Shortstop is a 2. 9 puts him in the split. Grote is decent as far as the E rating, if I recall. 10 is the combination. He is a 33. Not decent at all. He kicked that one. So Schneider, safe at first on an error, again going to left field. Gil Hodges the batter. 2 out. Man on first. Hodges 0 for 3. 3 ground outs. 5-6, another ground ball. Hits it down to Freeze. He fires it over to the second baseman, Cole. And that inning is over. Only runner was safe on an error. He is left on base. A 0 is put up by Friend in the 8th. Outs were made at catcher, second base, third base, assist at third, error at shortstop. On to the bottom of the 8th we go. The 4, 5, and 6 hitters for the Pirates are up. Jim Hughes is the pitcher. Hughes has been the most consistent out of the Dodger bullpen, even better than Levine. Levine's been used at this point mainly as a starter for recent times. For the first month he was out of the bullpen, but he's been pressed into the pitching rotation. Billy Lowe's started out in the starting position. He is now going to return, I see, based upon Baseball Reference. But since then he's been in the bullpen or unavailable. Bottom of the 8th we go. We got a 2-0 ball game. Dodgers are up by 2. Frank Thomas is the batter. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Right-hander versus right-hander. 6-11 is a swinging strike 3. So remember my little talk about what happened there. Catcher dropped it. Walker didn't get a clean catch on the ball. 1, he's safe on a pass ball. Odd, he's thrown out at first. Even, he's tagged. He picks up the ball and tags him. He didn't know he dropped the ball. Walker tags Thomas. 1 out. Don Long the batter. Or Dale Long, excuse me. 4-3 is the result, which is an N home run ballpark. He is an N batter, and we've learned before it's got to be a 1 or none as far as the home runs here in Pittsburgh. 19. So he hit it. Looked like it might have a chance when it was off the bat, but right fielder Gilliam makes the catch. There are 2 down. Gene Freeze the batter, 2 out, nobody on. Hughes, full windup. N home run 1 through 18. He is also an N, but it is a ballpark homer. Again, we got to have a 1 split to get it over the fence. We get a 4, much closer, but not out of the park. Ambrose hauls that one on the warning track. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. left. A perfect 8 for Hughes. Outs recorded at the catcher, left field, and right field, and those were loud outs. So, to the top of the ninth we go. We've got a 2-0 ball game. Hope you all are enjoying it. Hold on to your seats, because the Dodgers' bullpen's been a little shaky in the ninth, for sure. So no point of weakness issue thus far with Jim Hughes. He's now worked 5 innings in this doubleheader. Bob Friend on the bump. 6-7, which is a bounce to shortstop. Grope over the long, 1 down. Zimmer the batter, he's 0 for 3, couple of strikeouts. Bounce to second base. It's a C. The split is a 20, so that's a chop. He chops it at the plate. Second baseman Cole gets it on the long hop, flips it over to first. 2 down. 2 up, 2 down. Jim Gilliam, the batter. Gilliam had the first RBI of the game. Ground ball base hit to center field to score Amoroso back in the 7th. He is 1 for 3 with that RBI. He draws a walk. So 2 out. Man on first. Gilliam. Remember, we've got Hardy out. We've got Shepard in now. He's a +1, so that only makes him 1 to 14 on stealing second base. It's a 0 hold for Friend. I like to run. He's going to run. 2 out. 1 through 14 safe. 2 is the split, so he steals second base easily. Now we got to take a look at Shepard's throwing. Still got Hardy Peterson hanging out in this card list. Throwing is 1 through 13. T rating 8. So another ball that goes into center field. On to third goes Gilliam. 2 out, runners on third, and Rube Walker's the batter. Walker had an RBI last time up, sac fly that made it 2-0. He is officially 0 for 1 with an RBI. Got a walk in there too. Friend from the full windup with a runner on third. 4-4, which is catch X. This could get interesting. 8 split puts it in a C rating if I remember. Yep. Nope. 8 is still in the, not in the C or the X rating. He is a 3, so 8-3 is a ground ball C. So another tapper out in front of the plate. Shepard pounces on it, fires it to first, retires Walker, who's not very fast. No runs, no hits. There was an error, and there was a man left. To the bottom of the ninth we go with a 2-0 ball game. Hughes is still on the bump. Dick Grody. I don't use the closer rule, so after 3 batters is how I play his point of weakness rating, and it has to then be 3 hits. So he's going long. 2-9, which is a ground ball to third base. Third baseman Hoke has it across the diamond to Gilliam, 1 out. Well, before this happened, excuse me, not Gilliam, but Hodges. Ferrillo put on his glove and he ran out to right field. He is a 1 rating out there. So Gilliam's day is done. He was 1 for 3 with an RBI. Strikeout and a walk. Pair of stolen bases. In right field, he made 3 catches. So defensive replacement for Ferrillo before that first pitch was made. So I meant to do that, I just didn't do it. Jack Shepard is the batter. Hodges is on the bump. We got a bunch of left-handers on the bench. Some with some power. We're going to go with Toby Atwell. Or are we? Let's go with Jerry Lynch. Lynch is the batter. Pinch hitting for the catcher, Shepard. Shepard had no at-bats. Had one put out and one assist while he was in there. Lynch is the batter. Hughes the right-hander. Lynch is left-handed swinger. 410 is a walk. Hughes gives a free pass to Lynch. He's a 1-13 runner. I think that's the best that they've got going right now. It is. So he is going to remain in the game and run. The pitcher's spot comes up. Brendan's coming out. And we are going to go with Preston Ward. It's going to be the pinch hitter. Padres and Roebuck are up in the bullpen. Preston Ward is the pinch hitter. Do a little score keeping here. Man on first, one man out. Hughes is the pitcher. Ward is the batter. He's a left-hander from the stretch. Bounce to first base. Hodges has it, throws a little wide at second base, pulls Pee-wee off the bag. He does get the force, but they don't get the double play. Ward is safe at first. So 2 out, 1 man on at first base. And young Roberto Clemente, 19-year-old Roberto Clemente is the batter. He is 0 for 4. Late 3-column hitter and high 1-column hitter. 2-3, which is a bounce down to first base, wide of first. Hodges gloves it, flips it to Hughes covering, and that is the ball game. Whew! What a ball game it was. There were no runs, no hits, there were no errors. There was a man left on the walk. Assist, or an out at first. Assist at out at the pitcher. Assist at first. Another out at first. Out at short. Second assist at third, or first, and at third. So we'll do the totals of the ball game. 2-0 Dodger win in the second game. Sandy Koufax wins his major league debut. Goes into the 7th inning before being pulled. No runs for the Pirates on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. Pirates committed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 errors in that game. So a line of 0-5-5. You don't see that every day. 3 of those were throwing errors, were they not? Or 2 of them. No runs, 5 hits, 5 errors for the Pirates. The Dodgers scored 2 runs. They didn't get a hit until the 7th. And they ended up with just 2 hits on the day. 2 runs on 2 hits. The Dodgers committed 1 error. So a line of 2-2-1. 2-2-1. Winning pitcher Koufax. The save goes to Hughes. He went 1 1/3. No, 2 1/3. He gave up no runs, a single walk in that 2 1/3 worked. Well, he struck out 2. Faced 2, 4, 6, 8 batters to get those 7 outs. Oh yeah, just the walk. You only got it got on. So blanks all the way. Win for Koufax, save for Hughes. Pirate pitching, Burnlaw. Well, I never put a friend in, did I? I'll put him in now. So Law went 7 complete. He gave up just the 2 hits, 2 runs, only 1 was earned. Walked 1 batter, 2 batters, 3 batters, Walk 3, he hit a man. Struck out 1, 2, 3. Did not throw a wild pitch. Double plays, he had a pair, if I recall. Yep, 2. Kept the ball in the yard, and he faced 27 batters. Get 21 outs. Delta is 6. There's 2 hits, a walk, a hit by pitch, a pair of double plays, and a couple of errors to balance those. So that book matches. Friend went 2 innings, faced 8. Gave up just a walk and a strikeout. He had another runner that was safe on an error. So he faced 8 to get 6 outs, an error and a walk. So the winning pitcher was Koufax. The loser was Law. That game is in the books, game 80. Sandy Koufax's first major league start is a victory, 2-0 victory for the Dodgers on just 2 hits. 7 total hits for the game. Thanks. Hope you enjoyed the game. Keep watching. I'll broadcast some more as the season progresses. Bye now.